Oh dear. Hey, Capra Moon. Hopefully everybody else will join this live stream since the last one frigging crashed. How wonderful. You guys back? Hey, Alex Shaz. I was literally just about to go on to question 2 of my quiz, and YouTube decided to piss us around. Hey, Ian. Oh, I'm glad you've come in. I'm glad you guys have come in. Really pleased, really pleased. So just give everybody a chance to join. So get a couple of moments. There's Michelle. Sorry about it, you guys. I don't know what the fuck happened. Literally, my whole screen froze. Then my web page that I'm on rebooted itself, and it said, "Oh snap, reload." So I tried reloading it, and it would not let me get back into that stream. I tried, and I couldn't. So we've had to set up a new one. But yeah, at least we're here. At least we're here. So I'm just going to get a few moments for the others to join that wanted to take part in the quiz, and then we'll get straight into question 2. When you guys are coming into the room, make sure you pop up and let me know that you're here. And we're going to do question 2. Capra Moon, I was waiting in tension for a question, then it froze. Oh no, seriously. Do you know what? It's Mercury retrograde. That's what it is. Messing with my technology. That's what it is. Oh dear. Frigging Mercury can bugger off. It's doing my head in. I found my chat is slow tonight as well. Yeah. I think everybody's sort of devices are kind of fanny-arsing around at the moment. It's a bit disappointing. Anyway, I'm going to do question 2. Let's just get stuck into it because I'm not expecting too many people to join tonight. It's the Mercury be more Freddy, less retrograde. I wish it would be too. But yeah, so let's just do it because I'm not expecting too many in tonight anyway, because I've not done Monday Funday for a few weeks now. So many don't even realise I'm doing it, and I'm back up. Right, then let's do this. So question 2, I've got a card in with the second person in the list to win will get themselves a reading, okay? So the 2, I'm going to give the card away there. I've got to change it now. Sorry, you guys. My head's up my arse today. Right. So if I say to you guys, an invite to, I've had to pick a brand new card, by the way, an invite to communicate. What card do I have in front of me? It's from the Rider-Waite. Most of you know this deck if you're a tarot buff. Or if you watch a lot of tarot on YouTube, you should know the Rider-Waite. So if I say an invite to communicate, let's hear what you have to say. But be aware, when this card comes out, you have to watch what you say, because whoever you're dealing with knows a lie when they're being told one. Could represent you as well. But it's basically, come hither, let's talk. You lied to me, game over. What card do I have in front of me? Remember what I say, it's communicate. Think about the element of communication. I've not seen a correct answer yet, you guys. Keep going. I'll give you a clue. It is a court card. There's a big clue. Keep going, you guys. Up to press, I can see one correct answer. I'm just waiting for one more. I'm just waiting for one more so that we can do this. It's because it's the second person down the list to get this right is going to win. Keep going. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let her have that one. Pie and Stars, I have you down as the second position. You've just won yourself a reading, my sweetheart. It was indeed the Queen of Swords. Think about imagery, you guys. She sits there on her throne. She holds her hand out. She has a sword in the other. She's basically saying, come hither, come and let's talk. Let's have a communication. But you tell me any dishonesty, my sword's coming down on you. Yeah? So, well done, Piscean stars. You've just won yourself a reading. I feel very much drawn to my harmony deck for you, Piscean stars. You know, if you want me to refer to you by your original name, you can pop that in. It doesn't really matter though. I assume you're a Pisces though. If you can just confirm that that is your zodiac sign, and then fire away with a question, or tell me to roll with it, whichever. So yes, well done, well done. Hey, trying hard's in the room. You can call me Shay. Yes, Pisces. Shay, wonderful to meet you. Let's do your reading then. So, fire away. What would you like to know? It's nice to have newbies in on the Monday Funday. It's brilliant. Oh, just waiting for Shay to let me know what I'm looking into for her here. I'm having a lot of trouble with my ex. Was wondering what's going to become of the relationship between us. Okay, since we're looking at third party, do you just want to let me know your ex's zodiac sign as well, so that we can get a pin on both your energy, and then we'll get stuck into this. Libra. Okie dokie. Right, Shay, Pisces, dealing with a Libra ex. Loads of trouble. She's wondering basically what's going to happen with this person down the line. Do we see any kind of reconciliation, or do we have any guidance and advice to free this lovely lady? All right. Piscean stars. Shay, Pisces. Right, what's just fell out there? I've got the Nine of Cups with the star. Is that the star? No, sorry, my mistake. It's the Hermit. It's the Hermit with the Nine of Cups. So if this Libra's taking a step back, he's trying to figure out how he feels. He's not 100% certain. Seems like you make him happy, but not. I think that scares him a little bit. I think that's what the problem is here. Yeah, I've got the Six of Wands. So he's quite happy giving you a lot of attention. I've just dropped a shitload of cards down here. One moment. All right, there we go. Or he's enjoying attention from you. Maybe he's a bit of an attention seeker. That just sort of sprung to me. I've got the Magician. It's not. He enjoys paying you attention, but it does seem to be on his terms. That's the only problem. I've got the Fool in the reverse. Yeah, he's not taking any risks. Why? Why are we reverting back? I've got the Six of Pentacles. Why is this person reverting back? The Nine of Wands. And the Sun. I've got the Page of Wands as well, but it's reversed. Put it like this. This Libra doesn't think that they're doing anything wrong, okay? So, yeah, they're an ex, but you guys keep, I want to say bumping uglies, but, you know, you keep swanning back into each other's lives, and it is on and off, on and off. And it can be draining on you because you are really hopeful that this is going to work. But from his point of view, he enjoys giving you attention. If he backs off, it's because he gets very confused about how he feels about you. It's like he has a lot of feelings for you, but he's confused about what that means for him. And he's not convinced at this point that just because he has feelings for you, that he has to actually solidify this. And then I come to the Nine of Wands, and this is vulnerability, left, right, and centre. This is somebody who knows that if they open up, they have to make themselves vulnerable. And this Libra that you're dealing with doesn't like putting themselves in a vulnerable position. So pride could be in the way a little bit as well. He gets what he feels he deserves from you. That's what keeps him coming back. But the reason why you guys keep hitting these problems over and over again is because he keeps backing off and getting scared and running when shit gets real or when you bring it up. He has other issues as well, especially with his, I want to say his ambitions. Like he's got a lot of high ambitions. Like he actually could manifest what he wanted, but he doesn't because he bails because of fear a lot of the time. It's like whoever this Libra is, they're very much capable of so much more than they give. They're capable of so much more. And it's actually really, this whole reading just feels so disappointing to me, Shay. Like he lets himself down. The energy just doesn't fit. It just doesn't feel quite right. The thing is with Hermit, it's always taking a step back to truly figure out what it is that you want and how you can achieve it. And the problem with this guy is he doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know if he wants a nice relationship. He doesn't know if he wants to just knock this on the head and be single. He just doesn't know. He's very indecisive. And that's why the risk just isn't being taken at this point. And I think for you, the Sun is for you with the Page of Wands. I think that there is little you need to come to this realization that there's really no more that you can do at this point because of his indecision. You know, it's obvious. This was always going to be his choice. As soon as he says, yeah, this is what I want, you're going to jump. You know that, I know that. He's never got to that point, though. And now you're sat there questioning, how much longer do I have to wait? How much more time do I have to waste? And I think that this is your realization to say, well, no, you don't have to wait. You probably should risk the idea of not putting any pressure on this at all and actually making steps to move on. I'm not saying that this is over. I'm not. By me telling you and advising you to move on at this point, I'm not saying it's over. Because while there is a really good connection between two people, Spirit will always try and offer advice to keep that going, no matter what. Because, you know, what people ask me all the time, what's the meaning of life? And it's, well, it's to love and to be loved, isn't it? So where these connections established between two people, Spirit's always going to try and find a way to keep that going. Despite, you know, whether it's codependent, despite whether somebody's, you know, messing around or not. Well, I'm saying that if they're messing around in a naughty way, like cheating, but if they're just messing around like this guy is, being indecisive and not really sort of having the balls to act on anything, again, Spirit's going to say, look, while this connection's still there, it's worth fighting for, but you need to fight in a different way now. You've been pushing, you've tried different things to sway him, and it's not worked. So now is the time where you have to be cruel to be kind. You know he needs you more than you need him. You want him. That's the difference. He needs you, but you want him. You don't need him. There's a massive difference. And you've got the upper hand at this point, Shay, because you know he needs you. Why? Because he can't fucking leave you alone, even when he tries to. So it's at this point, the ball is in your fucking court, my sweetheart. This is where I think you do need to be cruel to be kind. This is where you actually say, do you know what? Unless you're prepared to take me off the market, I'm not listening to your bullshit anymore. I'm not going to give you your jollies anymore. I'm here. You want me. I'm here. But it will be under a commitment. And this is where you get tough with this guy. Tough love. This way you actually say to him, nobody's going to love you more than I do. Because I know that. I can see that. This is where you say to him, nobody's going to care for you like I do within a relationship dynamic. And I know we are going to be good together. And it is up to you on your own to figure that out. So go and figure it out. And leave it at that. Move on with your life. Could take him a few weeks, could take him a few months, could take him a year. I can't imagine this dragging out for another year. You utilise that wonderful Piscean patience. You put your foot down. You ain't fucking chasing anymore. You've done enough chasing. You put your foot down at this point, Shay, and you say, I've already come to this realisation. I've wasted enough time. Or should I say, tell him, you've wasted enough of my time. You need to come to this realisation that we are meant to be together. So you trot off, skip off into the sunset, and make your fucking decision. But tell him, in the meantime, I'm living my life. And I think that you can do that with confidence because you know, I think you know, he's going to come to the realisation that he can't do without you. You know, yeah, I totally agree with Soulmates Libra. It's the epitome of self-love. I love it. It is. It's self-love all over the shop. And you're going to do this and you're going to tell him what's what. So the next time he comes crawling around, you're like, oh, no, my sweetheart, you ain't doing that. You ain't doing that. Because we're meant to be together. We're supposed to be. And I think that this is where you've literally got to be that cheeky. And you do have a cheeky side to you. You have a very sarcastic side to you as well. And I think that this is one of those moments that you can actually utilise that and really sort of, you know what I mean? And really get his goad going. Seriously. He won't know what's fucking hit him. It's pretty strange. He's moved on, apparently. Yeah, not for long. Not for long. Trust me. Like I said before, he needs you. You want him. There's a massive difference. There's, you know, all right, he may shag about every now and again. He may say he's moved on. Personally, if he's told you he's moved on, I'm not convinced. I've looked into the energy. It doesn't feel like he has. It feels like he may be trying to get over you by getting under someone. That is a complete possibility. But you're not in a relationship, so there's nothing wrong with that. As far as I'm concerned, you know, you have to look at reality for what it really is. It's not cheating. It's getting him to the point where he actually gets sick and tired of that kind of lifestyle. Okay? But yes, for you personally, he's wasted enough of your time. Now, you sit back, you look pretty. When he comes back around, no matter how tempted you are, it's you need to go away and decide. I know what I want. You need to decide what you want. He either needs to accept fate for what it's going to be, or at least put you out your misery. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. So you need to put him on the fucking spot. Right. I hope that helps you moving forward. Beautiful Shay. Love your energy. So confident. So straight down the line. You know, it's black or it's white. There's no grey area. I love that kind of energy. I really do. Yeah, I still feel it's there between us. It's a very strong connection, but I agree. I just got to do me. Of course you have. Of course you have. Right. Try not to stress over it too much. It'll come back around. You need to be prepared and, you know, don't fall for the charm. He needs to know. He needs to know. You're so welcome, sweetheart. You're so welcome. Right then. Moving on. Question 3. The third person to get this right will win the next reading, okay? So, just pulled random. Right, okay. So, a few different meanings to this card. Hard work. By the way, the third person down the list is going to win the next reading, okay? Third question, third person giving the correct answer. Hard work bearing fruit. Card in front of me. It epiphanises hard work bearing fruit. It's promotions. It's pinnacles. it's hitting the target that you set. For example, if you're saving, boom, you finally hit that target. If you're after a promotion, boom, you get it because of hard work. So what card have I got in front of me? What card do I have in front of me? What is a pinnacle or a completion point with hard work paying off? And it's not always, card can be mistaken for a windfall sometimes. And in reality, it's actually not. It's actually, you get what you earn. You know what I mean? That's what it is. So let's see. We have got a few correct answers. Let's take a look down the list to see. I will say it was indeed the 10 of Pentacles, you guys. So I'm looking. I've got Nadia in first position, trying harder in second. Debbie 80 in third. Debbie 80. Sweetheart, you've just won yourself a free reading. Oh, there you go. Debbie 80. Are you there, Debbie? Oh, dear. Yay! There you go. There she is. Right, Debbie. As usual, I just need your zodiac sign. And if you have a question, ask it. If it involves another person, I do need their sun sign too. Or you can just tell me to roll with it and I'll deliver a message from Spirit. Fantastico. I'm so pleased that there's quite a lot of newbies sort of. Oh, Carol Hughes is in the room. Hey, Carol, I didn't even see you there. So pleased a lot of newbies have joined us. We will be doing this again next Monday. So if you've enjoyed it. Debbie, I'm a Capricorn. He's a Leo. Think it's going to be very similar to Shay's in love. Okay. I'm really inclined to use the vice versa tarot for you. I've got a lot of decks, you guys. I've even got the Tarot of Sexual Magic as well. But that's my naughty deck for, like, you know, the people who don't give a fuck and are openly sort of like liberating. Not a prude, in other words. I usually reserve that one. Saying that, if energy wants me to use it, I'll use it. So, there she is, Carol. Oh, no, it's lovely to see you again, Carol. Anywho, right. You're Capricorn, he's Leo. Okay. So I take it just so I'm like, yeah, it's the After Hours deck party. Yeah, Shay. Shay's got it in one. It's the After Hours deck. So, Debbie, am I right? Because you say it's going to be similar to Shay, so I'm assuming this is very much on, off, and it just happens to be off at the moment. And just give me a thumbs up or something if that's right. Debbie. We're doing a quiz at the moment, Miriam. I've got one more question left to do. So you can join in that in a moment when I finish Debbie's reading. She's just won question 3. So, but yeah, you never know. You might get lucky. No, I don't know where I'm at. I'm not sure. Okay. So, yeah, Debbie's not sure where she's at. We'll get this lady some guidance, some advice between her and this Leo that she's been involved with. Right, okay. So, oh, first card out, the Ace of Cups reverse. See, these are the vice versa tarot, so they've got different meanings on each side. So they say for example here, I would say the Ace of Cups is the initial feeling of falling in love with each other, and it's often mutual. In the reverse, someone is hiding feelings. Someone's not talking. Strong feelings, those waters run deep, and someone usually comes out when someone's afraid to say, for whatever reason, how they truly feel. So maybe that's you, Debbie. I also have got the 10 of Pentacles, and this is the asking for help card. So it's funny that you that you won this on the 10 of Pentacles. It is. We've also got here the Page of Swords reversed. This is information being kept from you as well. So maybe that Ace of Cups isn't necessarily your energy. We're not together properly like Shay. Just wanting to know how it's going to go, really. Advice him what he's thinking. Well, we've got the Hierophant. This is looking actually quite positive, dare I say. I've got Death in the reverse, which means something a bit different in this deck. It's recovery, really. And I've also got the Star. What the fuck? The Chariot is reversed as a side note, along with the Wheel of Fortune. And the Two of Wands. Right. We done with that? I need to put a romance angel on this. So just bear with me, Debbie. Right. Romance angel for Debbie regarding this Leo. Right. I've got forgiving and learning. Yeah. His energy is quiet and deep. I think he's hiding something, but I overthink also. So is this relatively new then? Because if it is, that explains the Ace of Cups, because it's normally a new sort of, it's a new feeling, isn't it? It's a new beginning in love when it comes to feelings. The problem is someone's not talking about it. And mass body senses are sort of saying, well, it's his energy. He's not saying how he feels. He's not saying what he wants. I feel like he has tried to pick your brain a few times, but it's never come across in a sense that you can understand. So I don't know if you may look back and think about some of the questions that he may have asked you about yourself or about what it is that you want. You know, it seems like he's tried to pick your brain a little bit, and you may not have, the penny may not have dropped at the time what he was getting at. And again, the Page of Swords reversed. It's in this deck especially, it's withholding information. It's not saying what you should be saying. We have known each other a while, but only been friends, but a bit more than friends. And he gives you signals and he wants more, but yeah, that explains a hell of a lot. I think he does have feelings for you. I think he has tried to see where you stand. I think he's tried to pick your brain. He's tried to ask. Not convinced you've picked up on it before. You've had vibes, but I think you've questioned your own judgment sometimes for fear that it's going to ruin the friendship, I suppose, more than anything. But yeah, he's hiding. He's withholding important information regarding the Ace of Cups, regarding how he feels. The Ace of Cups in the reverse is always hidden feelings. But I do have this sort of Death in the reverse, and in this deck, you see here, it's dark, it's dismal, it's the funeral. Here, it's like the wake after the funeral. It's rejuvenation, it's recovery, okay? Whatever this little dark patch that you guys are going through, maybe it's an indication that it's the end of a friendship and moving on to something else. You know, we're in a recovery sort of state because we're moving on to something else. Could be an indication that this could move forward. And the Hierophant's there, so yeah, you know, you guys are extremely loyal to one another, and I do think that you both are very hopeful something may happen. Thing is, it says on this card, as you release and heal the past, you'll experience more love in your present moments. And I think that you need to, for one, whatever is hiding from you, I'm convinced it's feelings. Whatever is hiding from you, Debbie, don't hold it against him. You're obviously very important to him for him not to actually say this, for fear that it's going to ruin or put him in a vulnerable position that he's not ready for. So I think that this is more about you accepting the unknown. I really do. And I hate that. I absolutely do. But I do think that it's just a case of bad timing at the moment, because he's not ready. And that's why the Chariot's in the reverse. It's something that he can't charge ahead with just yet. He's got to be the one to do it. It seems to me like he may be gearing himself up to actually be a bit vulnerable with you and say, look, I think this might be more than what it is. I think the feeling's mutual on both sides. I really do. But again, I keep reverting back to past issues on his part. I have the Two of Wands. And this is, you know, keeping one foot in the past and one foot in the now. It's not healthy. Maybe it's both of you as well. I don't know. Maybe this is sort of fearful of losing a friendship. Very fearful if that's the case. He doesn't seem to want to rock the boat. And you know, if you say you're friends, you know, and it's that borderline of do we cross that line, it would explain why he's hiding things. Why he's hiding this Ace of Cups from you. Again, I have the Wheel of Fortune. It does remind us all in good time. Things will happen all in good time. Yeah. Well, I've known each other a while. Only been for, yeah. I think yeah, he wants more, but won't ever say much. Yeah. That just clarifies this for me. Pardon me. Debbie is very, very concerned about moving this to the next level. Extremely concerned. But also want to say, we're coming across as a Ten of Pentacles. It's not only about picking your brain, it's also about loyalty. You know, when you look at I think the Ten of Pentacles is on the top here, actually. You know, when you look at the Ten of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite, you see the two dogs with the man? It signifies loyalty. That's what this is. That's what it's about. It's loyalty. He's very loyal to you. You know, on the flip side, there's the dog. I think he's gonna at some point, just not yet. So I think if there is any advice, it's the start. Remain hopeful. Try not to dip into pessimism. If you can, try and lighten things up a little bit between you two, like maybe take it from friendship to a bit more flirting, or just take it up a gear from where it has been. Just to let him know you're on the same page in a roundabout way without actually having to say it. You know, bit of a wink, wink, nudge, nudge, like, yeah, I'm cool with this, you know. See if you could throw in like an innuendo of some sort, just to test the waters. Just to sort of let him know, I know that you know that I know that I know. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, this is good. This is a good thing. Sort of sway him a little bit there. I mean, Dawn's sort of saying just be straight and ask him where we're going. You could do that, but I also know that there is a lot at stake with this friendship, and it's not always that easy. Wonderful advice from Dawn, absolutely. But on this rare occasion, I would just sort of be a bit more nonchalant about it. I would literally just sort of test the waters first. I'm absolutely convinced he's hiding feelings for you. But what I'm not getting is if or when he's actually going to act on it. He's taking his time. He's weighing up the pros and the cons. He doesn't want to repeat mistakes from the past. So he may have been in this situation at some point before, and it's really putting him off at this stage. You mean something to him. You know you do. So, like I say, maybe just testing the waters at this stage is the best thing. Maybe throw a little hint to sort of say, you know, I'm flirting with you. This isn't a friendship thing to do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'd say, yeah, exactly what Dawn's just wrote there. So, approach with caution to finances. Absolutely. Try that, Deb, and see how you go. Right, I'll leave that there. Just put my cards back, and then we'll move on to, last but not least, fourth. Oh, yeah, rather friend than end, definitely. Rather have you as a friend than not at all. And I do think it's a simple case of, do we risk this or not? And he's not sure if it's worth the risk yet. So prove to him that it is worth the risk without actually saying it. Good luck. I wish you all the luck in the world, Debbie. Right, let's move on. Question 4. I've got my rider weight. Last question of the evening, because I am going to shoot in a moment. So this one's going to be a nice quick one. Pull a random card. The 4th person down the list is going to win the next, with the correct answer, is going to win the next reading, okay? The last reading of the night. Right, dead easy, dead easy. If I say we're at a crossroads and we don't know what to do, we've got 2 options. What card have I got in front of me? Mass easy, you guys. I need the 4th position correct answer. 4th correct answer down the list. And I'm looking. I'm going to give you a massive hint, you guys. If I need to, let me just double check. I don't think I need to at this point. Keep going. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. I need 4th correct position to issue the reading. All right, I'm going to stop that. I've got a lot of repeats, but I do accept repeats, so it doesn't really matter. It was indeed the 2 of swords. Do you see that? The swords represent the options. We don't know which way to go. Blindfolded. Okay? So, indeed, it was Nadia. Nadia, you've just, when you sent a reading, my sweetheart, I'm just going to go back through the list and double check it. So, there's 1, 2, 3... And then, yeah, Nadia in the 4th position. So, yeah, Nadia, you just, when you send a reading, my sweetheart, what can I do for you? I know what you meant, Phantom, like 2 of staffs, you meaning wands. I know what you mean. It's not, though. The 2 of wands is more about having 1 foot in the past, 1 foot in the now. I drew that card not long ago, actually. I think it was for Debbie. And it really is. It's about sort of which is the right way to go. And with the 2 of swords, it's literally crossroads. It literally is. It's like we've got these 2 options. We're blindfolded. We're trying to ignore it. We know we have to pick a route. Which route do we pick? You know what I mean? It's kind of that kind of energy. Right then, Nadia, roll with it. Nadia, can you just let me know your sun sign? Oh, I love talking about this stuff though, Phantom. I really do. I really do. And it's like brilliant that you guys actually will, you know, listen and sort of learn at the same time. But I'm also learning a lot from you guys too. So, yeah, Nadia, I'm happy to roll with it. Will you just remind me of what your zodiac sign is? So I can do this. Aries, that's the one. Thank you, my sweetheart. Just 2 moments. Oh, dear. Sorry, you guys. I'm real boned up. Right then, Nadia, I'm using the harmony deck for you, Nadia. Right, Aries female, Nadia. Message for Nadia. Let me see. Aries female, Nadia. Okay, let's cut the deck and get stuck in. So, up first is the Knight of Swords in the reverse with the, what's that? 4 of Swords reversed, the 4 of Cups reversed, the 4 of Pentacles reversed. You've got 3 4s. Okay, we're going stepping into fated territory now. The Page of Wands. Sorry, Swords even. I'm going blind. The Page of Swords. And the 3 of Swords in the reverse. Okay. Just going to throw you a romance angel. All right, for some reason you got religious factors. So this could be cultural. Could I have anything to do with spiritual path? Destined. I did say fated. That could be it. And I've also got trust. You are being urged to let something go. Something very pressing that needs to be laid to rest, okay? It was a complete halt, a complete stop that you did not understand. And I've got the Three of Swords in the reverse. And this usually is that breakup. It's that, I don't know if you've ever been married, if it's a divorce, if it's a breakup that completely ruined you. I mean, in the upright, when we see this card, it's because you have to think of the way that the tarot lays out. So we go from a 3 to a 4. So basically the way it is right, okay, so we start off with the heartbreak. It's a fresh wound, yeah. We move on to the next level. We lay it to rest. When this is sort of, these two are reversed, it's basically lingered for such a long time. You've never been able to lay it to rest. Do you see how that works? You have to understand the minor arcana to follow the story. So you are divorced, right? And if this is to do with that divorce, particularly, Nadia, you've not really been able to get over it. Even if you're over the ex-husband, the energy may have still lingered, leaving that Three of Swords in the reverse. It's like you're heartbroken. You're not heartbroken because of the person. You're heartbroken because of what it did to you. And I'm just not particularly seeing a recovery here. I think you've tried. I think you've tried to take steps. I think you've tried to do, but it always, so every time you start to feel okay, it always keeps crawling back around and bothering you again. Whether it's the energy or the actual ex-husband, whichever. But the Knight of Swords, it's going at such a fast pace and then coming to a very abrupt halt. And I'm looking at the Knight of Swords as in your progression since. So it's like, yeah, we get divorced. We've got to very quickly rebuild a life. I think you went at such speed, fast pace, you may have burnt out and not giving your son time to emotionally heal from this. So he did cheat them. You are going to receive, I want to say maybe gossip or information of sorts. I'm not particularly convinced it's good information. It's like you hear something on the grapevine or you receive a notice or a text message or something and it pisses you off. I don't know if that's already happened regarding the ex or the divorce itself. And you just get dragged back into a place that you didn't want to be mentally and emotionally. But because it's never fully been dealt with, you've got to let it go now. Whatever this is, it feels like it could be a request for something, maybe. Like extra information, maybe you have to fill out a form. Or maybe you have to talk about your divorce with someone for some reason. I don't know. You know, like sometimes when we sort of establish new friendships and they want to know everything about us, we end up having to drudge the past up all over again to fill this new person in on what you've been through, why you're divorced, and why you are the way you are. And just having to talk about it all over again is so irritating because you'd rather just ignore it. And I think that that's probably how this gets drudged up. So that somebody's asking for that information from you. Why the divorce? You know, what happened there? And it's someone who's prying. That's why I was sort of leaning more towards like maybe gossip as such. But it's not gossip, if that makes sense. It's just someone being very nosy and inquisitive and putting you on the spot a little bit. So I don't know if you've got someone new starting at work or if you're going to have, if a position's opened at work and you're going to have someone new in the office, and or if you're just trying, you know, starting to make new friends. I think that the key thing here is if the energy doesn't fit right with this person, and you will know because you are an intuitive woman, you will know whether you can trust this person or not. If it doesn't feel right, keep it on lockdown. But if you feel like their energy is actually quite warm and they genuinely just want to know about you, maybe you meet somebody new in a romantic way. I'm not convinced it's romantic, but maybe you do. And, you know, they do ask you about your divorce. And again, you're just mentally being took back to that place again. You're being dragged through it again where you don't want to. And I think that you end up at a position where you just can't be bothered to keep explaining this shit. You've been over it how many times already, you know, and it's like every time someone new comes into your life, and you have to relay that kind of bullshit all over again. And I think that, but like I said before, it's about you deciphering who's trustworthy and who isn't. Using your intuition, trying to see if their energy is warm and kind, or if they are a busybody, nosy fucker. You know what I mean? Someone's trying to pull information out of you that's not necessarily any of their business. And like I say, I think at the point that it comes in, you're not impressed. You're sort of like, what? Why do I have to tell you that? You know what I mean? I think it come off a little bit harsh. So it may not come from somebody that you do trust. But like I say, just follow your intuition. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. But on a side note, I'm going to revert back to what I was talking about before when it comes to these energies still bothering you in the now. It's time you let it go. Spirit's practically begging you at this point to release that energy. And the energy that's still lingering at the moment is a lot of hatred and a lot of, you know, bitterness. And it's creating a low vibrational vibe in you that drags you down. And that's why you can't cope when you do have to talk about it later down the line. So that's what Spirit's really sort of saying to you now. You may not want to, but it's very liberating to do this. And that's actually not so much to forgive, but to accept human error. And yeah, okay, maybe it can boil down to forgiveness. Like I say, you may not want to, but that is one surefire way that you can clear your energy, is to actually think about his reasons, think about how it happened, and to actually sort of mentally take yourself back there, to try and put yourself in his shoes. Can mistakes happen? Can we fall for two people at the same time? Is it a human error? Nobody is ever perfect. Do we all make mistakes in different ways? Yes. Some are more worse than others. And this is definitely, I mean, cheating's nigh on an unforgivable thing. Absolutely. But you can write it off to human error as a way to learn to move on. And maybe forgive your son for even entertaining him in the first place. If that's what it takes for you just to forgive yourself instead of him, then do it. Whichever way it goes, I always say the same thing. To A, shit is human, but to forgive it's truly divine. And I want to tell you, I've been cheated on. My son's dad cheated on me with 4 different women while I was pregnant. You know what? I did. I forgave him. People call me stupid and think, oh, I won't forgive that. You know what? It's been 7 years. And I did. I forgave him. And I've never felt better because I don't feel anything for him now. You know what I mean? I used to, sorry, it's Star calling me. I used to feel bitter. I used to hate him. I used to hate what he did to me. But once I actually sort of thought, you know what? That's just who he is. I'm going to forgive him for what he did to me. That's just who he is. That was his mistake. Why should that define my mood and my character? I'm going to release this shit. And I did. It's been 6 years. Yeah, I think 6 years is long enough, Nadia. Took me about 4 years to forgive him. And even then, it was still work in progress, you know. So I think you've got some food for thought there. I really do. I appreciate all the kudos in the chat. I really do. But like I say, I feel so much better now because I don't feel anything for him. I don't feel anything. There's nothing there. It's just a complete blank canvas. He's an okay dad, and that's all I can ask for my son. He's not brilliant, but he's okay. And that's all I can ask for my son. We don't argue. We don't bicker anymore. We don't do it. Why? Because I don't care. He would argue till kingdom come if I let him. I just don't care anymore. I don't care enough. Why? Because I forgave him. Sometimes forgiving can be a completely different thing to accepting what that person did was okay. I will never accept what he did was okay, but I can forgive him for the act that he did. I can forgive him for the person that he is. Let's just put it like that. And it is very liberating, and it does help you move on. So, you know, I don't know why I felt the need to just spill my guts out like that live on my channel, but I did. And yeah, I only tolerate him because of the kids. You do. That's the thing, isn't it? You do. But I feel like what Tara's trying to say is what's bothering you is the energy of what he did. So you could have a lot of trust issues, and we don't have the trust card here. You could have a lot of trust issues, not knowing who to trust, and who, you know, you thought you could trust him with anything, and obviously went and did the dirty on you. So it does. It's sort of actually questioning, well, who is fucking loyal in this world? And again, this is just something that you have to be okay with. I think blind trust is human nature. And when we stop and alter blind trust, we stop living. I'm not wrong. We stop living. Because to live means to trust blindly. But it also means not to allow somebody to repeat bad choices on your life. You can forgive, but you don't have to forget. Let's just put it like that. Okay? And this is a way to stop him dictating you moving forward. Because at the moment, you have trust issues. You just say you did. So you go get in a new relationship and you don't fully trust this person. Your ex-husband is dictating who you can trust and who you can't. He's still ruling your fucking life. That's why you have to let this go now. You might not feel anything for him, but you feel a lot of pain for what he did to you. And that's the difference. That's what we need to get over. You need to forgive yourself. More so, okay? I'll leave that there. Right then, you guys, it's been a smashing session. I've really enjoyed it. I've really sort of loved coming back, and I've got all 12 out for this month, so please do check those out. I have availability. I have special offer. You know, I've brought back the £5 one question readings for 1 week only. Normally, these readings are a tenner. I'm letting them go for a £5 just till Friday. So you've got 5 days to get those in. Email me. And also, I'm reducing the 30-minute readings to just £20 from £28. They were £28. I'm going to do them for £20. So you're getting a bargain there for a 30-minute reading. I've got availability. Like I said, just email me. My email is all over my channel. It's on all those videos that I put up earlier as well. I'm going to leave that there, you guys. I'm going to catch up with Star Lourdes now and give her a call. And I will see you guys soon. And I will more than likely be back next Monday and we'll do this all over again. I may also come on Sunday and do a Sunday super chat session as well with the $5 readings. So definitely do join me for that. It'll probably be about the same time on Sunday. Take care, you lot. Bye-bye for now.